Good day, everyone. Let us today review a little bit the importance or the significance or the understanding of what we are doing so that the intellect is satisfied. It's very important that the mind and the intellect be satisfied also, because then it is put in proper context of what is happening and why we are doing this. Otherwise, as we get to some finer details, one forgets and one wonders, why am I doing all of this? What's going on? How can it help? Of course, if one does it innocently and simply, then obviously it will produce the effects, but it's good to know what's going on. So we are welcoming everyone together. It's wonderful to be on Facebook and on Instagram. This is great. I have these two cameras, one on top of the other. That's why I look a little bit up, a little bit down. And I can see that Maria Carla is there, Kretia is there, Patricia is there, Marie-Ange is wonderful from Belgique, Anthony Irvin from Toronto. Wonderful to have you all, and everyone on Instagram also. Our brain, our nervous system, our human structure, which conducts our activity in the physiology and particularly our awareness and our conscious experience, has different modes of functioning. There is what we call the upper brain, or some people used to call it the new brain in the past, and the old brain, because the old brain is inside the structure of the cortical structure, which is on the top of the brain. And this relationship is very important in maintaining both the internal functioning of the physiology, the things that we do without thinking about it, the heart rate, the breathing rate, the metabolism, the level of sugar in our blood, and all of that are controlled by automatic systems, and we call them autonomic nervous system. It has a sympathetic side, parasympathetic side. These are just terms that were given. And it has a system inside this old brain that controls situations of danger that can happen. This evolved from the time we were in the jungle as a species, and it protects the individual, wants the individual to behave and act in a very quick way so that there is no time to think about the situation, and there are automated reflexes that set in, and these control the breathing rate, the heart rate, the blood pressure, the distribution of the blood in the body, so that we are ready to fight if the need is, or to run away if we have to run away from a danger that is facing us. Now, when these happen, the upper parts of the brain, the thinking, the philosophical side, thinking about the future, even the experience of beautiful thing on the surface level, are kind of shut down. So the old brain, if you like, the lower brain, controls the mode of functioning of the upper brain, of the area where we can experience beautiful things, hear beautiful things, music, enjoy philosophy, spirituality, even tasting beautiful things, etc. They are kind of not important during the moment of danger. And so the old brain kind of shuts them down a little bit, or lets them continue to take information, but with a certain mode of functioning. The mode of functioning is a mode of fear, because we have to have alertness, and the sense of danger is there. And so we do not appreciate the finer things, because we want to be very sharp on protecting ourselves, or running away, or fighting the danger and opposing the things that are coming to us. So what this leads to is a number of things that happen in our physiology. This includes breathing in a certain way, heart rate increase, and blood pressure can increase, etc. So these modes of functioning, therefore, are appropriate in facing danger. However, now that we are in a civilized kind of world, this kind of danger don't occur all the time, but still, any situation where we feel insecure, when we feel afraid, we don't know what the future will be like, when we are even confined and all of that, they seem to still activate these aspects of functioning. So the lower brain starts activating the functioning of the nervous system in that particular mode of functioning. You know, when you are in terms of eating, you know, you feel you're eating and digesting, there is a mode in which the physiology goes. When you are enjoying music or relaxing, when you are sleeping, when you are dreaming, when you're feeling good and happy or in love and all of that, there are different modes of functioning of the nervous system. If we are under stress, therefore, there is a certain mode of functioning, and that changes the physiology. And also the upper brain now detects what is happening and feels what's happening and understands that we are now in a situation of danger. That's why we have the experience on the emotion level of fear or anxiety. If we don't know what is the threat, we call this anxiety, because anxiety is a fear from the unknown. And therefore, even in regular life, but particularly during the state where we are facing this situation of the virus and the fear for our business, for our health, for our future, etc., and the loved ones that we worry about, then the human nervous system enters into this fear kind of anxiety situation, and the changes in the physiology get established like that, and they become kind of chronic, and they create inflammation, they create over a long time changes in the physiology, as we discussed if you have heard the webinar that we did about 2 weeks ago, and also some of the hints we gave at the beginning of these sessions of global meditation. So of course we can say, let's calm the mind. And if we have a technique such as transcendental meditation, that is wonderful. It does the job in a very direct way, in a profound way. But if we don't have that, there are ways to break the cycle between the relationship of the upper brain, lower brain, and the physiology, and reassure the nervous system that things are okay. And these don't have to be intellectual. They are just practical things that we do, simple things. For example, if during fear we breathe with the upper muscles of the chest and we're holding ourselves and shrugging the shoulders and making a fist in order to fight, even relaxing these and letting them be in a soft way tells the brain, tells the nervous system, unconsciously, if you like, subconsciously. It's of course on a certain level, it is consciousness anyway, because everything is consciousness, but it just gives the message that things are okay. And therefore, even from the physiology, we can set ourselves in a proper way. So it's very important that we do this in a systematic way. And then what we do at the end when we do the pranayama and we are going through the different senses, we are also awakening the upper brain from different ways it functions. And in every case, we are saying, look, you can hear things on a soft level. You can hear the silence, which ensures the sense of peace. And because in the forest and the jungle, the roaring of the lions and the sound of the movement of different animals in the trees, all these sounds, they can create the sense of fear. So if there is peace, that's why we like silence, we like peace. Everybody likes quietness, likes this silence, because it reassures the nervous system that there is quiet peace and therefore there is no danger. And like that, if we can feel tender touch, if we can have a sense of sight that is something related to the fire element, as we will discuss. All of these will awaken different parts of the upper brain and reassure it, even on a simple mechanical level. So what we're doing has this very profound effect of awakening the nervous system, and that's why the result comes to be very, very nice and positive. So even those who practice transcendental meditation or any kind of meditation, during this period, it's okay, it's good, it's very helpful to do some exercise, because that also relaxes, stretches the body and reassures it that things are okay. The proof is you are taking these positions, which are not positions of fighting, but relaxing, natural, normal positions. And also these breathing exercises that we're doing that re-establish the balance in the physiology in the proper way. So all of these have a direct importance, and everyone can do them, even practitioners of advanced techniques and meditation and transcendental meditation, advanced techniques of transcendental meditation. They can do these in preparation for a settled meditation. So that is why we encourage everyone to do it, and we invite all your friends to come and ideally follow it in sequence. Otherwise, they join us, and then hopefully they hear that it's good to start from the beginning, because we have to establish the proper balance of functioning of the nervous system in a sequential way. So I invite you to tag your friends in your comment section and ask, invite them to participate, and these will be remaining on the channels that we have on Facebook and Instagram, and they can start from wherever point they have. So these are some basic reminders as we are welcoming everybody coming. Andrea Cohen had also is mentioning something. We will answer as we go. If it's a long answer, maybe we will answer as we go along. Sandra Freeman is welcome from Italy. Indonesia, we have Wikanda and Jean-Marc Henry, also from France, and Max Schultz, Jay Gurudev, Budapest, Karoli. Wonderful to have you all. Wonderful, everyone. Hello, Ajami Mona, and from Cyprus on Instagram, and others also. Idina, and from Argentina, and all over the world. So as we're settling, let us sit comfortably in our chair, very comfortable, very easy. That's a good place to start. And then as we do, we are awakening the diaphragmatic breathing, which means the diaphragm, the dome that flattens and opens up the lungs, and the air goes through the nose. And then as we exhale through the mouth, the abdomen moves inward. So we put a hand on the chest, and we put the hand on the abdomen. And as we breathe in through the nose, the abdomen goes out, which means inflates, bulges. And then we breathe out through the mouth, and the hand on the abdomen moves in. We keep doing that. As we notice that the face is soft, we take our attention to the face. It's not tense. The jaw is softly hanging from the face. The shoulders are relaxed and hanging. The arms are hanging from the shoulders. We're not shrugging our shoulders. The hands on the abdomen and the chest are also very soft. And we continue breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. The hand on the chest is quiet. That indicates that we are not using the upper muscles of the chest. The hand on the abdomen moves out as we breathe in, and moves towards the back as we exhale or breathe out. We do this a few times to establish the easiest, most healthy and most balanced way to breathe for the nervous system, for the physiology. We continue. And this is the most efficient way, the healthiest way to breathe, for the lungs, where inside the chest we have the receptors for blood pressure, I call them baroreceptors. We have the heart, and all of our inner structures of the body are sensitive to everything we do. They are tuned like this. And so as we do things that are natural and easy and more in balance, as they feel that things are fine and they take it easy and relax, and they send messages to our nervous system to say that everything is fine, everything is good. Very good. Face is tender, soft, shoulders are relaxed, hands are soft. We're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good. So now we will stretch as we do. Even when you stretch and you raise your hands and take a deep breath, you feel your belly if you want bulging, because we want also the breath to be from the diaphragm. Even as we raise the arms, push through the ceiling, the abdomen is bulging, even the muscles on the side of the lower back that support the diaphragm and the diaphragm itself, they can bulge as we get used, and as this muscle becomes strong, they also bulge outside. If you want to feel them, sometimes you will feel when you take a deep breath with the abdomen, you will feel even the muscles that are on the lower back to the sides, they also distend like that. That means your diaphragm is getting strong and working properly. So we stretch one more time, take a deep breath, and let go. And now we will do the pranayama. Of course, we wash our hands, and this time we don't want to, I washed my hands very well before I started. So make sure this is part of the routine that we have nowadays with this virus situation. And then we put our thumb on the nose, so the right thumb on the right nostril. If you're using the left hand, which is a second priority, but is as good also, then you put your left thumb on the left nostril, and then you breathe out through the left nostril. You empty, and then you breathe in through that same left nostril. We close the left nostril, and we breathe out through the right nostril. You notice the abdomen moved in towards the back, and now you take a deep breath again from the right side as the abdomen bulges. We close again. Now I'm saying we close, we open, but you might have a different pace. Follow your own pace, follow your own rhythm. We do this for a few times, a couple of times on each side, comfortably. Remembering to pause in between inhalation and exhalation. Pausing just to notice, yes, it's over, and now I'm starting. So not to rush in and out. We close the eyes, we keep our eyes closed. And now what we will do is, as we continue to breathe at our own pace, our attention will go to the sound that the air creates as it flows through our nostrils. And then we will feel the sound. If we're breathing softly, the sound goes away. So we are kind of listening to silence. Don't worry about outside noise or even my voice. Your attention is on how much there is sound through the air moving. And then you will notice that if you breathe gently, you're able to let the air go in without any sound. But going out, we let the air out, it produces sound. It's a relief. We let it go through of course, through the nostrils. In this case, we have the mouth closed. We're breathing through the nose only. So do this and notice the silence. As you breathe in, silence in the breath. Continue at your own rate, at your own pace. Don't hold your breath. So if you ever feel like it's becoming needed to let the air out, then just let it out. And if you feel you have to really take a stronger breath, then take it. But as you practice, you will find that even the exhalation can be silent, but don't force it, because at the beginning it might feel like a strain. And in this case, let it go. And with exhalation, let go all the pain, all the worry, all the anxiety goes away. And as the air comes in, this is the healing prana. That's why we call it pranayama. Very good. Now that you feel the silence and the healing of the prana coming in and the letting go of everything as the air goes out, and as you continue, now during the silence that you are feeling, you are going to notice the touch. The touch is very gentle also. It's the air coming through the nostril, and as it goes in, for example, the touch builds up. It starts very, very little. Your attention is on where is the air going, and then it starts as if there is nothing, but it builds up, and now you feel, yeah, I feel something. I feel something in the beginning of the nostril, or the roof of the nose, the nostril, or a little bit even more inside. You feel something coming, and your awareness can detect that. So do this. We'll be quiet so you can experience the silence, and from the silence, the touch. Now your attention will go on the touch, which means not your touch of your finger on the nose, which is okay also, but the air, as the air moves in, and you don't hear it, but you can feel it. You can feel something inside the nostril, somewhere in the roof of the nose or in the middle. Depends on the structure of one's physiology. So let's put our attention on that for a few breaths. You might notice that as you start to take the breath in, for example, at the beginning you don't feel maybe much. And then it builds up, because that's the way the touch works. It's also pressure connected, how much, and then you add more points, more points. So the molecules of air, and as they move in, they build up, and there is a threshold after which you start feeling, yes, I feel something, I feel something. This feeling is touch even though not from the fingers, but inside the body. Continue to feel that, and now I'll ask you to have your attention on the temperature of this air as it touches. Is it little coolish, little warmish? Is it cold? Is it warm? Of course, it depends on where you are. But if you are inward and it's a cooled environment or a cool environment, you will feel some coldness, because the temperature of the air normally, which is when the air is comfortable, is cooler than the inner temperature of the body. And so you will feel a little coolness as if, and also the air moving creates this coolness because of some evaporation. We don't need to go into that details, but you just feel the temperature now. So three things: we feel the silence, then we felt the touch, and now we're going to have our attention on the temperature, the element of fire, the element of change in metabolism. So now our attention, as we continue breathing completely normally out through the nostril and then in through the same nostril, we close it, out through the other, and then in again through the same, and go back and forth. Now our attention is on the temperature of the air. Like the touch, the temperature is felt gradually. So when you start taking the air in this silent manner, or even if it makes some noise, we are having our attention on the temperature, and the appreciation of the temperature builds up, I mean. So it gradually builds up. And then the nervous system realizes, yes, it is cool or it is warmish. a little bit on this side or that side. What this is doing is awakening our sensory systems on the fine level of their functioning, the delicate fine level of their functioning. And that delicate functioning happens only when one is in peace and harmony. And therefore, awakening the nervous system on that level reassures the nervous system, reassures the physiology that things are okay. And things are okay. So feel good and enjoy that. Be happy. The nature of life is bliss. And that circumstances we are going through, we will come over and all will be fine. Now, can keep the eyes closed. And those who practice transcendental meditation can discontinue now the breathing, the pranayama. Take a few minutes, or if you want to just feel settled, but we must be already quite settled. I said a few minutes, it's most likely a few seconds actually, and then start your meditation. Others just continue, and what you continue is you continue the pranayama, and then you cycle. First, the face is soft, the shoulders are soft, the hands are soft and easy, and then the rhythm of the breathing is going comfortably, and you breathe in and feel the silence, and then feel the touch, and then feel the temperature. Don't strain about these. Let the mind be totally easy. Wherever it goes, it's fine. And then you come back to these cycles. Mainly, we will have the silence, the touch, the temperature. In an easy way. If you find you can't feel the touch, you don't feel the temperature, it's fine. It's your joy, whatever you feel. Actually, if it's barely touch, that means you're feeling the touch at a very subtle level. If the temperature is not so important, then it means you're feeling something, but at a very, very subtle level, very delicate level. So let's do this. I'll stop speaking. Enjoy this and do it 3-4 times a day. And then we will meet again tomorrow. But for now, we will be together and meditate. Jay Gurudev, continue. And then take a few minutes and come out slowly.